Hello everyone, welcome to the another lab on Splunk basics. In this lab, we are going to investigate the SSH brute force attack. First of all, what is SSH brute force attack? This is a type of cyber attack where attacker is trying to gain an unauthorized access to a system by systematically guessing the username and password via secure shell services. Okay, so in this one, we are going to have in the lab setup, we will be having the Ubuntu server, and on that Ubuntu server, we are going to set up the Splunk. In the previous video, we already have gone through how to set up Splunk on Ubuntu server. Another side, we need a sample log file. I will give this file in the resources so you can download it and analyze it. Okay, I have that file already with me, so we are going to analyze the same file. Let's understand what will be the lab task. In the lab task, some of the questions I already prepared, and we are going to find out based on that questions what will be the answer. So these questions are not just the to understand the SSH brute force attack, but it is also sometimes we have a task where somebody is asking that what is the number of SSH brute force attack happen, what is the IP address for a particular user, how many times a user has failed to attempt. So these are the some of the questions are there which are it's related to the our job environment where the you will get a task to find out a particular thing on this brute force attack or on this Splunk basics. So that we are going to find it out. Okay. So first of all, let me log in into the Splunk. Okay. Yeah. Once you log in into this one, we are going to add that data which is required to be analyzed. Okay. The file I already put it down in the resources, so you can find it out from there. Okay. So let's add that file quickly. Go to the add data, upload that file from the local computer. Let me select that file. Okay. Now let's next. And we'll review it and submit. Okay. So let's start searching. We will go with the first of all the question number one. What is the question number one? Question number one is which are the users has attempted the most number of SSH brute force attempt. So in this task, we are going to find out which is the user who attempted the number of most number of SSH brute force attack. Okay. So first of all, this is the log are there. You can see around the 6,000 events are there. In order to find out the users who attempted the most failed attempt. Okay. 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 So we can find it out first. The attempt will be the failed as. So you can see this the event as accepted password. Okay. So we are going to first of all go with the event section. And the left hand side we have the interesting field. Click on the event. So we are going to click on the failed password. The user who tried a lot of time uh, attempting to access the system. Okay. So we have that added into the event search bar, event with the failed password. Okay. So out of the 6,000 events, we have filtered out 3,000 events which are failed password. Okay. Now, what is the user who has attempted the most number of time? Okay. So we are going to find it out the user. So in the sections of interesting field, click on the user. So we can see the service account. Okay, with the service account, the top 10 values in this one first service account around 268 times, 8.9, around 9% from the overall data. This service account has failed to access the system. Okay, so first question, which user? So the user is service account. Okay, let's go on to the question number two. What is the IP address of the Thor? Okay, so we are going to first of all remove this, the one that we added earlier. So again, we got the original 6,000 event. Now, what is the IP address of the user Thor? So again, we are going to go into the interesting field, user, click on user. We're going to find the user with the Thor. So over here it is Thor. So when you click on this, user Thor, and the source IP address is 98.110.184.71. Okay. So the question number two, what is the IP address of Thor? So we are going to copy this and add it. Okay, so this is the answer, 98. Third question, how many times user Thor failed to log in? Okay, so we already have that filter added. Now we are going to add one more filter with the failed attempt. So you can see the event. Some of the events are accepted password and some of will be the failed password. So we will be going to the event, click on event and failed password. So you can see that 238 events. So the question is, how many time user to failed to log in? So we got the answer, 238 times he failed to log in. Okay. So answer is 238. Okay. And yeah, and this one, the answer was service account. I hope this video found helpful to you in order to find out this kind of questions. I mean this kind of task. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.